I'm Dale Cox for 2 Egg TV, and today we're telling you about a little-known battle that took place 204 years ago today on December 13th, 1817. This battle took place right here in Blountstown, Florida, or as the historical marker tells you, Old Blountstown. Now, this was called Old Blountstown because this is where the community of Blountstown was originally founded. This is a lower lying area down near the Apalachicola River, below where the modern town stands up on the bluff or the higher ground where you would visit Blountstown in the Florida Panhandle today. Blountstown takes its name from a Native American leader, Chief John Blunt. He was a Tuckabashee warrior or chief who came down into this area of Florida after the Creek War of 1813-1814. And he built a town that he called Iola. Now, this should not be confused with Iola, a later early frontier settlement that was further down the Apalachicola River. He was living here and he settled adjacent to an early trader, deerskin trader, frontiersman named William Hambly, who also had a settlement here where Blountstown is today. In those days, this was called Spanish Bluff. And it ended right where Neal's Landing at Blountstown is on the Apalachicola River. They settled here. They lived here with the surrounding people, and they lived a fairly successful life here until in 1817 the first Seminole War erupted. It erupted when U.S. troops attacked the village of Foultown near what is today Bainbridge, Georgia. Following that attack, Native American warriors retaliated at today's Chattahoochee, Florida, by attacking a boat commanded by Lieutenant R.W. Scott. That led to a disastrous defeat for the U.S. military. And then Native American warriors came here to Blountstown and Spanish Bluff. When they arrived here, their intent was to capture William Hambly and a friend of his, Edmund Doyle, who was a storekeeper for John Forbes and Company. The warriors who arrived here were led by the Prophet Francis and Peter McQueen, who were two Red Stick leaders. When they arrived here at Spanish Bluff, or as we know it today, Old Blountstown, they found that a chief named William Perryman had come down from a Chattahoochee River town in nearby Jackson County, or as we know it today, Jackson County, to protect Hambly and Doyle and also to help Chief John Blunt. Now, he was allied with the United States in this Seminole War that had erupted. The Prophet Francis and McQueen, they were not pleased with this, so they attacked Blountstown, they attacked Spanish Bluff. They captured Hambly and Doyle. Chief John Blunt was able to escape, but in the process of attacking these, a battle erupted here. It was called the Battle of Spanish Bluff. It took place on December 13, 1817, 204 years ago from the day we're recording this. And in that battle, William Perryman was killed. Now, this was a significant event of the Seminole Wars, especially the part that most Anglo historians or white historians today call the First Seminole War. For Native Americans, this is all considered one long war that began in 1817 and continued all the way to 1858. The loss of William Perryman was a significant event because he was a major figure on the early frontier for Native Americans. He had fought on the side of the British during the American Revolution. He fought against American forces in Georgia and in East Florida. Now, after the American Revolution, William Perryman allied with a really unique character named William Augustus Bowles. Bowles you may recognize as the figure that in Fort Walton Beach today they celebrate at the Billy Bowlegs Festival. He was an adventurer and a pirate. He never went by the name Billy Bowlegs. Billy Bowlegs was actually a very prominent Seminole chief in later times. But he was a real pirate. He operated pirate ships out of the Apalachicola River. They were crewed by Seminole and Creek Indians, by Maroons or escaped slaves, and by some white crewmen who came from the Bahamas and from the United States. He was quite a charismatic individual. Initially, William Perryman sided with Bowles, but later he turned against him after Bowles threatened his father, Thomas Perryman. Perryman signed an agreement with the Spanish to help capture Bowles, and in fact, he helped execute Bowles' capture in later times. After that, Perryman sided with the British during the War of 1812, and he was involved in the building of the fort at Prospect Bluff on the Apalachicola River until finally the British left and he realized there was not much future in opposing the United States. So when the Seminole Wars began in 1817, he allied with the United States against his fellow Native Americans, the Seminoles and the Red Stick Creeks. It didn't go well for him. He was killed here at the Battle of Spanish Bluff near what today we call Old Blountstown. The battle here ended in a victory for the Native American Allied forces. William Perryman was dead after a long and illustrious career. William Hambly and Edmund Doyle, they were taken prisoner and were carried away by the forces of the Prophet Francis and Peter McQueen. If you want to learn more about the Seminole Wars, if you want to learn more about William Augustus Bowles, about a lot of these other events, visit our website at 2egtv.com. At Old Blountstown in Calhoun County, Florida, I'm Dale Cox for 2EG TV.